Talk about rough mornings. Woo!
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now, grab your glass for some water. Get your picture of that water. Lift that picture of that water. Simply pour your water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live more than drink. Now here we go, fam. Now move your body and drink some water. Oh, now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Fam, just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Now, simply, just take your breath. Lift and pull. Move your body. Toast your ancestors, break down. Oh, I didn't send out the black signal. Oh, that was damn. Drink, 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 drink. Water. Alright, family. We're running kind of late. Well, and actually, y'all know today was the day that I broke my fast. So, I meant to get up at 12 midnight. I slept all the way through. Got up. Excuse me. Ate me a little something. Had me a little piece of the egg. Gonna get me some more in a second. And, we're about to jump it off. How you doing this morning, Sasha? Huh? All right, cool, family. Here we go. So, We got a few things in the news, but I want to send out this black signal because I had a nice little simple message, and I sit up here and I clicked it off. So I want to make sure I get the message out to the fam that's out there. That May, DT, Umoja, 617193. Next, Daily Toast time, and just put the link. Masha Mash, you got on lotion?
I'm about to put it on.
Do you know where that shea butter is? I just bought some shea butter. You know where that shea butter
It's in the closet.
is? In the closet?
Yeah.
Why is it in the closet?
Because Mommy told me to put
What
it
closet?
in the closet.
Upstairs in the closet? Thank you. Daily toaster list. Boom. And we're sending it out. Alright, so here we go. So now, health drink for the day so that we can toast. But first, I got a few news articles. For those that may have forgotten, I just want to remind you. It was 4 years ago today that the Charleston church shooting happened. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on our toes. Never forget. And you know, cause and you know, never forgetting. A lot of us ain't that big up on this forgiving all real quick. You know, some of y'all be forgiving like it's like you don't even have time to be like, I'm sorry. You be like, oh, we forgive you. We forgive you. Oh, we forgive you. Yeah, you gonna put that dress up on top of those, all right? Yeah. All right. So it was 4 years ago, Charleston shooting. All right. So everybody's talking about that when they see us on Netflix. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I want to see it. Not that I don't doubt that it's good, but you know, family, let's keep it real. That shit is that dude. And I don't want to expose myself to unnecessary trauma. I'm just, I got enough shit going on. Police trying to clean it up. Is Netflix series about Central Park 5 case accurate? And I can't tell whether this police officer is black or white or what. But, he's saying it's totally inaccurate. That they wasn't forced out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and the police come on talking like they be insulted when motherfuckers just be assuming that they beat the shit out of somebody. I'm flabbergasted. I just be waiting for words like that. I'm flabbergasted. How could you believe that the police force would... Come on, dog. New York police in the late 80s? Come on, dog. Come on. Come on, man. All right. So we have Tidy Movers for anybody looking to move. We got them on the thing. It's a great article on here about who was Hannibal. I got this from Afrographics.com. Do you need a t-shirt on? Your mom ain't give you no shirt? Huh? Find you a t-shirt. What's that right there? Get a t-shirt. You need... Okay, we need to do something about that. Who was Hannibal and should black men identify with him? Pretty good article. Virginia AG called for state to legalize marijuana, and I posted up. I wonder how many ADOS are in prison for marijuana in Virginia. All states that legalize weed need to release all that are serving time for it. I believe, right? And I also got something else on here. And also guarantee that a percentage of the businesses that are licensed to sell the products be ADOS owned. The percentage should equal the population of the ADOS in the state, city, and counties. So what I mean is, whatever percentage we are of a state is how much we should own of that business. And same thing with the city, same thing in the county, right? So there will have to be some roadblocks knocked down so that some brothers get it, because a lot of us can't get it now. AJ Alexander on here say, who should care how many ADOS are in prison for marijuana in Virginia? True, all states that legalize weed need to release all ADOS that are serving. Read more. AJ Alexander, let's see what he's talking about. Alright. Who should care how many ADOS are in prison for marijuana in Virginia? Question. True, all states that legalize weed need to release all ADOS that are serving time for possession of marijuana, but ADOS legal professionals are not activated. Until black capitalism can gain a hold on black consumer, there's nobody who can guarantee that a percentage of the business that are licensed to sell the product be ADOS. That's not true. AJ Alexander, please call into the show on Coogee or Umoja, and let's have a discussion, because there is something that can guarantee that, and that's called government, right? That's what they are supposed to do. They're supposed to maintain those guarantees and protect those guarantees. You know what I'm saying? So come on, dog. Can you guess what? Oh, here we go. Mayor sick by video of police encounter with young people. I think that was in Arizona. Y'all know that one. I think that. Oh, and we got O'Rourke. White Americans don't know full story of slavery. APnews.com. O'Rourke. I think he's running for president. Talking about how a lot of people don't know. And smokescreen. Trump blames Iran for tanker attacks but calls for talks. Part of the whole piece, we got several different angles coming where people are going to try to derail the whole ADOS reparations call, family. And we got to be very concerned about it. We got to be vigilant. Not even because vigilant. You know what I'm saying? War. Finally, if we can't get y'all to shut up, we'll start a war. And how dare you talk about reparations when a whole country is at jeopardy? Come on, man. Y'all did that shit already. Democrats favor more access to capital for black business. And then it's crazy how those headlines start off with black, but then as you get into the article, it fades into people of color. Which, start off with that, I'm cool. You start off with that. I know where you at. Don't pull me in with the black shit and then all of a sudden be talking about everybody. We ain't on that. We done with that for now. Babe Ruth. Okay, what does this say about the wealth of America when a jersey sells for this much? How many of us would it take to buy this shirt? Babe Ruth rose jersey sells at auction for $5.64 million. I did the math, family. So I estimate around 3,000 black families it would take to buy that jersey. 3,000. Now, the actual number, according to the numbers, right, of the median wealth. You know what I'm saying? Not income, because we could buy most of we get enough income, wealth. I'm talking about wealth, right? It would take about 3,000, but the actual number with the numbers would be 3,294 people. It would take 3,294 families to afford that jersey. 3,294. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I just say 3,000 because, we got a few unicorns. We got a few outliers, mixed in the group. So we probably could make it happen, Some of us are extremely lucky. All right, so this is my health drink for the day. This is Um, a sea moss. Dang, what's all that? This is a sea moss, blueberry. Damn, that's a lot of water. Hope that's water. This is a sea moss, blueberry, strawberry, banana drink. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna toast with this. So let's just do this toast, family. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass, we salute that creator, and we say, Ashe. Thank you, Sasha Marsh. From there, Gina G. Gina, what you doing? You heard me. Well, what are you doing? Excuse me, real life at Geometry Journey. You better walk light. You got on lotion?
Yes.
Okay, you got on your clothes?
Yes.
All right. You brush your teeth?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I did.
All right. We lift up our glass, we salute our ancestors, and call on our ancestors. So let's get it started. All right, go ahead. You go. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert, Texas, Davis, Herman Brown, C. Rosalie, Tilly, Jordan, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Janine Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, No More X, Sapet Mont, Rob, Malika Pacour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamau, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Upper Bro, Pro Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carl Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Willis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, Luxor Brother, Miss Eddie Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Anna Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Grindelman, Virginia Rogers, Ram James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sir Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mildale Hodges, Mildale Hodges Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburgh, B.D. Sale Weller, Vita Farmer, Augusto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Dillis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sir Barry Marquardt, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keach Larice, Linda Watson Hammond, Zero Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Southern Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Surgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Papaya Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorito Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mae Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatat Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy B. Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dylan Mount Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Janet Callahan, William Walter West, and Angela Perez, Elder Pasigi Fanani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, Defreetus Hines, Inez Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winter Priest, Scott Bell, Wilson Haley, Elmer Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Pertup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Eda Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Neilon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenball, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Brennan, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch as Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lily Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ada Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Jordan Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Ms. Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Arlington Houston, Led Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Oz, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Merle Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashad Easley, Javale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Coper, George Swan, and Monia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Ellis McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. On to Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, also Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Emmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac, Kunda, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Isan, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Egeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, and Aunt Maxine. We lift up our glass and we say, I say, from there, family, we move to the present moment. We are on the moment of Umoja. Activate the reticular formations. Go out there and seek Moja. Hashtag Umoja found, hashtag Umoja in action. We lift up our glass to this moment. We're going to track it down. For those that don't know what Umoja means, Umoja is unity. Truth is the monadic principle of the day. Violet is the color. I was able to find the shirt. Mentalism is the Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Kwojo. Female name is Ajua. We lift our glass for this moment and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. And we toast them and we say Ashe. We toast all of our relations and we say Ashe. And we lift up our glass for that selfish toast. This is for you. What is it you need right now in this moment to move towards your greatness? We lift it up and we toast and we say, Ashe. Last but not least, I toast the greatest person in the room, the most marvelous, ingenious being that's floating in this room right now. And you know who that is? That's you. I lift up my glass to you and I salute you and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Drink so thick it would stop the glass from clinking. Of course you know this guy Ambrosia in it, right? All right, family, I'm out. Y'all have a great morning.